Hello and welcome back to my channel of free trade analysis. If you guys are new to my channel, then I am Vaji Kazmi and I give you the best possible intraday trades for tomorrow that can come to your way. And if you guys want to make consistent profits, then please follow my channel and click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon so you guys can receive regular notifications from my end and you guys do not want to miss on any of the profit that come to your way from the analysis that I gave you for free. Okay, so now let's continue with our USDJPY analysis from where we left off the day before yesterday. And you guys can clearly see that our scenarios were met in a beautiful May. Let me zoom in a little for you guys so you guys can know that the we gave you the scenarios when market was trending over here, and we gave you a clear scenario that if market closed below this area you can go short, and you guys can clearly see market closed below this area, and if we would have gone short from here we would have made huge profit till here. Okay, so just for a sample, if you guys would have gone short from here, then your take profit would be, this would be your stop loss, and your take profit would be minimum this. So this is an easy 8.2% profit, a minimum level. And secondly, we gave you further selling areas if market closed straight away below this area, and you guys can clearly see that this would be our stop loss and our take profit would be once again the same area. So this would be a 1.9% profit, and if we would have gone short upon a retest, which you can clearly see that market closed below this area, then market retested this area, then once again closed below this area, then we would have made a good trade as well. So this would be our stop loss. Take profit would be approximately this area, so we would have made a 1.2% profit upon safe trading. Okay, so these were our selling setups that were met beautifully. Then we clearly gave you and marked this area of support, which you guys can clearly see that this support was tested over here and once again over here. And if we guys were vigilant enough, then we could have easily gone long once market entered this area and gave us a buying opportunity. Okay, so even if you guys would have not gone long straight away and just waited for a little while, still you guys would have gone long over here and still 2 to 3% profit would have come to your way straight away. Okay, so now let me give you guys the fresh scenario so you guys can continue with tomorrow's trading. Okay, so let me remove the previous day's scenarios so you guys can have a profitable day tomorrow as well. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that our areas, this area has been not tested recently. Okay, so I will move this support areas arrows a little further, and I will stretch this area till here. As you guys can clearly see that these areas are critical for us, so and it is quite possible that market will test these areas in recent times, and you guys can clearly see that this support is also tested today as well. So if we are vigilant enough, then we will look for a good selling opportunity from these areas, and you guys can clearly see I had already marked my arrows previously in these areas of resistance, and you guys can see for yourself in my previous video that I gave you guys this area to short, and if you guys were vigilant enough, then you guys could have gone short once market closed below this area from here, and you guys would have made a amazing profit. So let me just take this trade as well so you guys do not consider this profit to be missed as well. Okay, so this would be approximately 3.7% profit if we would have gone short from here. Okay, so any profit that comes our way is a good profit. Okay, so now let me mark this area as an area of support. This is not an area of, what you can say, an area of resistance. Okay, so now our most recent area of support is this area. So let me mark. Okay, so this area has been marked, and now let me mark my most recent area of resistance. It will be uh, this area. Okay, so let me just put on, this will be my most recent area of resistance. Okay, so and how are we going to take our trades? Let me give you all the possible scenarios. I think this area needs to be removed. Let me check out the 4-hour chart. Okay, so if okay, I think that this area is now going to act as an area of support. Okay, rather I think my support area would be this now in the 4-hour chart. So let me change its color to green. Okay, so now let us take the trades accordingly. Let me go back to the 1-hour chart. Okay, so how are we going to trade? So if market tests this area of resistance and market closes below this area of resistance, we are gonna go short. And secondly, if market just closes below this area of support, we are going to go short straight away if we are a risky seller. And thirdly, we will go short if market closes below this area of support, and then market retests this area of support, and then once again market closes below this area. Okay, so if we are vigilant enough, if market respects our support area and market closes above this area of support, we are gonna go long. And if market just closes above our area of resistance, then maybe we can go long straight away if we are a risky buyer. And thirdly, if market closes above this area of support and market retests our area of support and market closes above this area, we are gonna go long if we are a non-risky buyer. Okay, only then. Okay, so I think personally, I think that we are facing the retracement, and this pair is going to pump tomorrow. As you guys can clearly see that this huge bar of buying pressure is continue, and I think that this high has been already taken out and this low has not been taken out. So I think that the market will pull up further, as if I put on the Fibonacci level for you guys, and you guys can clearly see that market went all the way till here. And if you guys check out the 50 area mark, which is over here, so this area has been taken out, so I think it is quite evident that market will pull back. Okay, so just be vigilant to look for a good buying opportunity. If market enters any of these areas, then definitely we are going to look for a good buying opportunity. So just be vigilant if market enters any of these green areas. So just be vigilant and keep your eyes out, and do not miss on any of the opportunity that comes to your way. Now let's discuss the next chart, which is the Dow Jones. Okay, so when we were discussing this pair last time, the market was currently, okay, so market was over here, and you guys can clearly see that we gave you some buying setups which were executed in a good manner. Market was over here when we were discussing. market closed above our area of resistance, then market retested our area of resistance, and then market closed above. And if we would have gone long, then we would have definitely made some good profit. Okay, our profit would be approximately till here, and our stop loss would be just below here. So this would be a 4.5% easy profit. Okay, so and even if we were a risky buyer, okay, so let me just take a trade. If we were a risky buyer, we would have gone long from here, and still our profit would be approximately till here, and my stop loss would be just below this area. So this would be a 2.5% risky profit. Okay, so and in terms of my selling areas, I clearly marked this area as an area of resistance, and you guys can clearly see that once market gave this huge candle of selling, then we would have gone short, even if we would have marked our short area of 15 minutes chart. If we would have opened that as well, and you guys can clearly see that once market closed below this area of resistance, we would have gone short still if from here, or even from here upon a retest. Okay, so we would have made even if we were a safe trader from here, then still we would have made a good profit. Okay, as market has continued the momentum towards downwards. Okay, so this would be a 4% safe profit, and if we were a non-risky, okay, no. Okay, so and if we were a totally non-risky buyer, then we would have waited for this candle to close in a sell, and this once again to close in a sell. So these will be two confirmations, and after the third confirmation, we would have a very convincing area to sell upon a retest, which will be over here. Okay, so this will be sold something like this. So if we were a safety traders, and if you would have gone short upon a double top, then we would have made approximately 6.5% profit. Okay, so now let me just discuss the fresh areas for you guys, so we do not get confused tomorrow. Okay, so I think okay, so let me remove the previous day scenarios for you guys, so we can discuss the fresh scenarios. Okay, so I think you guys should not miss on any of the profit that can come to your way. So okay, so so my areas of resistance and support have been marked already. So now my these all these areas are now going to act as an area of resistance. So and these buying arrows are not really valid now, as these areas are all now areas of resistance. Okay, so let us be vigilant. Okay, so let me go to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see that I had already marked my areas of support, and you guys can clearly see that my support area is being tested twice, this low and then once again this low. So double bottom is being made currently, and we are going to definitely look for a good opportunity to long this pair. So let me go to the 4 hour chart. As you guys can clearly see that we do not have anything recent, And most recent area from where I think that will be tested, this area will be this zone. So this area will act as our next support area. So we are going to wait for a little while that until this area is being gets tested, and then after this area, this will be our next area of support. Okay, so if at any given point of time that market enters this area, we are going to look for a good buying opportunity from these areas. Okay, so I hope that this is quite clear, and now let us continue with the today's analysis a little further, and let me give you the moves that can happen tomorrow. Okay, let me just go back to the 1 hour chart. Okay, so so as you guys can, okay, so what has happened over here is that our most recent area of support is this, and our most recent area of resistance is this. And okay, so if at any given point of time market tries to break, market test this area of support and market closes above this area, we are gonna go long. On the other hand, if market just closes above this area of short-term resistance, we are gonna go long straight away if we are a risky buyer. And thirdly, we will go long if market closes above this area of resistance, and then market will go long once again. Okay, so and if market has this area of resistance and market closes below this area of resistance, then we are going to look for a good opportunity to sell this pair. And secondly, if market just goes short, we are gonna go short straight away. And thirdly, if market goes short and market retests this area of support, then we will go short once again if market closes below this area. Okay, and so the bonus setups that I gave, they are already valid in these areas, but I think we have to be vigilant as from where to buy and where to sell these pairs. So I think that I think this bonus is not really valid anymore, and this area will be an area of resistance. Okay, so possibly we are going to look for a good selling opportunity from here. Okay, so now let me move on to the next pair, which is the Bitcoin. Okay, so when we were last discussing Bitcoin, market was trending over here, and we gave you a good area to sell, and you guys can clearly see that if you guys would have sold Bitcoin from here, then from this extreme area of resistance, then you guys would have made huge profit. Okay, the profit would be approximately from here. Okay, and your stop loss would be even just above this area. Okay, rather, I think even if you guys would have not gone long from here, and even if you guys were a safety seller and you guys would have gone long, gone short from here, and this would be your stop loss. Okay, so your take profit would be approximately this area, and your take profit will be till here. Okay, so this is an easy 4.7% profit in this trade, which you guys could have easily made. Okay, and so now let us I think mark new areas of resistance, and let me remove the previous drawings. Okay, so as you guys can clearly see, is to mark my areas. Let me go to the 4 hour chart first. Okay, and over here you guys can clearly see that currently market is testing an area of support. So let me just mark it for you guys that this area is now being tested as a recent area of support. And secondly, the next area of support is this area. Okay, and after this, the next area of support is this. Okay, so let us be very vigilant. Okay, so let me also mark my areas of resistance in the 4 hour chart, so we do not miss on any of the profit that can come our way. Okay, so let me mark the resistance areas in red so we can have a clear idea and a better idea. Okay, so this will be the next area of resistance, or I think rather this will be our area of resistance. Okay, so now let me go to the 1 hour chart. I have made fresh areas and I have just entered these areas in front of you guys, so you guys have a better idea. Now let me mark my short-term area of resistance and support. This will be my short-term area of resistance, and my short-term area of support will be this area. So let me mark it in green color. So now let me give you the fresh scenario. So if market tests this area of resistance and market closes below this area, we are gonna go short. And secondly, if market just closes below this area of support, we are gonna go short straight away if we are a risky seller. And thirdly, if market closes below this area of support, market retests this area of support, and then market closes below this area, we will go short once again. And now let us have a look at the buying opportunities. If market tests this area of support and market closes above this area of support, we are gonna go long. And secondly, if market closes above this area of resistance, we are gonna go long straight away. We are a risky buyer. And thirdly, if market closes above this area of resistance and market retest this area, then we are gonna go long once again. Okay, so these will be the possible scenarios for this pair. And if market enters this area, we are going to look for good opportunity to buy from here and from here as well. Okay, and similarly, if market enters this area, we are going to look for a good opportunity to sell this pair from here. And similarly, if at any given point of time market enters this area, we are going to look for a good opportunity to sell. Okay, so now let us move on to the next pair, which is Ethereum. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that what Ethereum did with us since we last discussed. You guys can clearly see that market was trending over here, and we gave you a selling opportunity. Market went below straight away, and if you guys would have gone short from here, then you guys would have made a good profit till here. Let me take this trade for you guys. So okay, so take profit, this will be my stop loss, and my take profit will be this. So this was an easy 4.2% profit in this risky setup. And if you guys would have not taken this risky trade, then you guys would have missed this opportunity. Okay. So now let me discuss further that I gave you another scenario. A risky buying opportunity. Market tested this area and market closed above this area, but that would be again a risky buy. So now I think what we should do is that I think I will give you the fresh scenarios, and you guys can clearly see that I marked this area as an area of resistance, and you guys can clearly see that market entered this area and market crashed from there. And if you guys would have gone short from even from here or from here, still you guys would have made some profit. And market is maintaining this area of support recently. Okay, so now let us now check the 4 hour chart, that what market has in store for us in this chart. Okay, as you guys can clearly see that this 4 hour chart, market has not taken out its low, and market has made a new low over here, and market is respecting it. So we will take the trades accordingly. Okay, so now let me go to the 1 hour chart and let me remove the previous day's scenarios. Okay, so now, okay, 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 so as you guys can clearly see that new resistances have been formed, and these resistances are being followed clearly. Okay, so I think these support arrows are also not valid anymore. Okay, so let me remove these as well, and let me mark these boxes in red color, as now they are going to act as an area of resistance. Okay, so let me further mark these areas as areas of resistance with red color, so you guys do not get confused at any given point of time. Okay, so this will be also a selling area, and this will also be a selling area, and furthermore this will also be an area to sell. Okay, the short term area of resistance will be this area, I think, or rather this area. Okay, so how are we going to take our trades? Let me, okay, I think this does not needs to be moved, and I think it will make a new area of support over here. Okay, so this will be our new area of support. So let me give you the possible scenarios. So if market does this area and market closes above this area, we are gonna go long. And secondly, if market just closes above this area of resistance, we are gonna go long straight away. And thirdly, if market just closes above this area of resistance, then market retests this area of resistance, and then we will go long if market closes above this area. And on the other hand, if market closes below this area of support and then market retests this area of support, then we will go short. And secondly, if market closes below this area of support, we will go short straight away. And thirdly, if market will test this area of resistance and market will go short, we will go short from here. Okay, so let me mark these lines as the in red color, so you guys can identify them as the selling scenarios. So I think the scenarios have been marked quite clearly, and we have to look for good buying opportunity from here. And let me just stretch it a little so you guys do not get confused that if at any given point of time market enters this area or even this area, so we are going to look for a good opportunity to buy. Okay, so let me go to the 4 hour chart. As you guys can clearly see that the recent low has not been taken out, and a new high was formed, but I think the this selling pressure is still very much in play, and we have not retraced to 50% level. So I think that market will retrace a little bit and market will go up. So this will be our analysis for Ethereum, and if you guys have not yet clicked on the like button, then please give me like a thumbs up, and also click on the subscribe button, and do not forget to click on the bell icon so you guys can receive the regular notifications from my end. And that will be all for today's videos. See you guys in the next session. Thank you.